tincturized. You are also planning on attempting to disrupt tincture production at the meatworks. Eddie, there's something going on with your mic. It sounds like we're in your pocket. At any rate, um, where we will begin today, you are still in the planning phase, getting everything ready to go out and attempt to take on these tasks. So you are currently in the dilapidated, moss-covered tower right now, deciding what you're going to do.
Okay. How how confident is everybody feeling?
uh, Almost never confident.
I mean, I'm pretty overall sure that it's going to go well.
I think I'm realistically somewhere in between those two opinions. It's a coin flip.
I mean, just by looking at past experience of us as a group, usually we go in, pretty good plan, goes to shit, and we punch our way out. That usually works pretty well.
It's- we can always do that, but I think we should try really hard to not get any more heat on us.
No, I agree,
Yeah.
but it's kind of also, if the plan falls apart, we
If the
don't
plan
really have
falls
any
apart,
other.
kill everybody around us probably until we can run.
I mean, that's always my backup.
So, how are we dividing and conquering this?
Well, I thought me
Sounds.
and Samugi could double team a destruction. If you're feeling like a little bit of destruction,
I think I could pull it out of me, cause a little chaos, and then the other two, you guys are gonna slip
well,
by.
I mean, there's three of us.
What's
It's me.
What if
Sandara,
all three of
someone
us
die?
can go inside?
Okay.
Correct.
are you,
I'm sorry, Eddie.
I
What?
I said we're all going to um this tincture factory. Are we sneaking in as workers, or are we just charging full head, like full on, just knock the doors down and kill anything that moves?
no, me and Smoogie are making a distraction
Okay.
so you guys can sneak in.
Okay.
I think, yeah, me, Clock, Reyna. If you two cannot look like yourself, uh, that might get us enough in to try to find Danny Boy. And then I think the plan is just find him and immediately get the fuck out of there.
Mhm.
Okay.
I can touch him and we can be gone. So if you two can get yourself out.
That works.
I
Um,
can either make myself not look like myself, or I can get Reina and us out.
okay, I'll yeah, I can do this. Uh, Cass just waggles his fingers, and you all get randomized disguise this time.
Love it.
Okay.
Samugi, you are a gnome, but renewed with vigor. You're like a 100-year-old gnome.
Whoa.
however you look.
Fresh.
Varric, you are a dwarf similar to Gunner. Way too tall for your proportions. Sandara, you are just a normal looking human, but a different normal looking human.
Always fun. I love being humans.
And Reyna, you're a female half-orc.
Okay, perfect.
And shit. Cass is just another human also.
Smoogie,
Yeah.
what do you think about, breaking out your old backpack?
Sure. Yeah. Any excuse I have to use the stack pack. Are you trying to launch me? Am I literally the distraction?
I mean,
You gonna launch me in there?
no, not in there.
Okay.
We gotta create a distraction outside, I assume, to bring out
Okay.
these.
Okay. How many do we anticipate there being?
Too many. You got anything that blows up?
Anything that blows up?
Yeah,
Probably. Let me shoot a quick look.
I still got one of the grenades. You gave
I can
me.
also amplify my voice and beckon them out.
Sounds pretty cool.
Does anybody here have diamond dust? Sandara, do you have diamond dust?
I've got 200 GP worth.
I have 500.
Could
That's
I
a
take
no.
like
I'm not
over
that.
half of
not
that?
rich.
You can take all of it.
Okay,
There you go.
I'll take the pouch.
Wait, you all just carry around diamond dust?
I use diamond dust for glyph of warding, so I usually have some on hand.
I have a tendency to die.
Oh, right. That's right. You have a cleric amongst you.
Well,
Well, we
not
had,
anymore.
but we're making do.
We
You
should.
know, sometimes you can use diamond dust as a distraction.
I
I'm
mean,
not gonna
we,
pocket,
You mean throw it in
I'm not
someone's
gonna pocket
face?
sand
Yeah,
someone's
like
Expensive
pocket sand.
distraction.
diamond dust.
I got pocket sanded once. It wasn't fun.
if we find some
Uh,
actual sand, maybe.
Should we have a place to rendezvous after all of this is over? Because we're going to be inside, you guys are going to be outside doing distractions, so
The meat works.
What about a safe place?
Oh, okay.
maybe like should we just name like a tavern that's on the way,
Yeah.
but a little ways out?
Good idea.
Just some place we see that's, yeah, a tavern on the way. It's not too far of a run. Okay, well then I'm just gonna... We're up like many hours, at least a couple before dawn, right? Because this thing is
Yeah.
happening at dawn.
Yeah, you've got a couple hours of like, even before you need to head out, you have a couple hours of prep time.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna do this right now. Might as well. And I go around to everybody and I lick my thumb a little bit and then dip it in the diamond dust. And if I could, place this on your forehead.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
do
sure.
draw a little arch around their forehead with my thumb, and I cast non-detection on everybody.
What does that mean?
This is eating up all of my spell slots. Uh, well, your presence should be sort of shielded by the traveler now. Um, I think Elhorn was looking at us all earlier yesterday, so
This is Trevor.
a god.
Weird name for a god.
It's more of a description than a name, I think.
So you don't got like a home run where he kicks it? Always trotting about?
You know, next time I talk to him, I'll ask.
Sure.
Usually we just have time for small talk.
I mean, that seems like a pretty basic question to ask someone.
I
named a
mean, but
traveler.
how often do you like just sit down and chat with a god? You know, so that's a little. Yeah, maybe just doesn't have a lot of time to ask that.
I mean, if I knew someone named a traveler, I want to know if they're like a vagabond.
Well, I've never asked you why you're named the stack. It's just you're just the stack.
Because I'm big, like a stack of boxes.
And you stack
almost-
bodies.
Yeah,
do
I feel like
do
the
that as
second
well.
one. I definitely thought.
I mean, they were calling me the stack before I was stacking bodies, so when I was working on the dock, I just assumed.
Okay.
Right.
Question, are we able to undisguise ourselves?
You can, but then you can't reassume it. But-
Should we undisguise ourselves after creating the distraction but before meeting at the tavern?
Oh, it's a good idea.
Yeah. Well,
Wow. Sometimes, Smokey, I forget you're like super old and wise.
Happens every now and then.
Especially now if you look like a young buck.
I look like a young male gnome model. Not all levels are vapid, Mr. Stack.
Well, sorry.
Alright, go team go.
is
Go team,
yeah,
go.
is there anybody? Yeah.
Anybody
Alright,
what?
so
I was gonna say, is there
first
anybody
things
we can
first.
ask for help? But there's not.
Just to put this out there, is I have something big prepared if we really need it for a emergency exit strategy or for a distraction or protection.
What?
Yes, it kind of
That,
covers a lot.
What
Yeah,
what
that
would
was a
that be?
broad.
I may be able to summon something
someone
that
what?
can,
Go on.
like an earth elemental. Nothing crazy. We
Maybe
need
hold
that
on
for,
to that.
yeah, definitely a.
Don't just.
Just saying, just letting you know I have something we can use.
Could be a good entry point.
I mean, if we end up having to go to Blood Gulch Meatworks today,
I thought that was a plan. Do them both.
maybe. I mean, we'll see how Danny. We could just die immediately. So then, no point planning.
I mean, we could just die immediately walking out of this
Exactly.
tower.
That's true.
I
Yeah.
I did just use a lot of energy to do that. So if we go to Meatworks, like we gotta be on it with our plan.
I mean, we can talk about this in the tavern if we survive this first part, right?
Okay. Yeah. First step. First step first.
First step: get Danny back alive.
And step one of that plan is
Is
me and
to
Smokey.
leave. Oh,
Oh.
yes.
Alex, Danny Boy used to work for me, right?
No, us.
Back in the, didn't he
Nope.
work with
No,
Raina?
them.
He
Nope.
never did. Okay, gotcha. Just see if there's any tied to him. That's all I was trying to remember.
You don't
And
know. It's one of
Yep.
their crewmates that supposedly got kidnapped.
Yeah, I was just getting my stories mixed up. I remember. Yeah, just
Supposedly.
asking.
Allegedly.
Okay.
I thought we had scribe proof.
What?
I thought we had scribe proof that he was kidnapped.
I mean, unless you voluntarily went.
Wow.
Unless it's all
So,
a trap.
It's all a trap.
so with this in mind, you still need to decide how you want to gear up.
Oh, yeah.
Because again, you are going into um, essentially like a civilian area in a place where no one has weapons or armor, unless
Oh, that's
they're
part.
part of a gang, and even then, they're not carrying like war hammers and stuff.
I thought it was part of the disguise.
Right, but if the disguise goes down,
Oh. Well, if that part happens, I think we might be screwed. Either way.
Yeah.
I think us going, the ones that are going on the inside, like we gotta be kinda light.
Trip down. Yeah.
I think if anyone needs to be on the heavier side, it would need to be me and Smokey.
Probably.
So,
Yeah.
Be loud.
and the whole group is essentially gonna be at this isn't one we're gonna average it out. It's gonna be at the level of whoever's coming in the heaviest.
Oh.
Even if we're separated, because if Varric's all the way over there outside in a disguise, and we're inside. Like
We'll kind of play it by ear. If you guys like split the party and turn this into two different things, then yeah. But it'll go by, if you're grouped with someone, it'll go by whoever's with, like who's got the highest equip load.
Okay.
I'm gonna go no armor. And both my weapons are technically like I can
Yep,
throw them into like you can't see them, right? I just summon it kind of. Okay,
that's correct.
cool.
That's awesome.
I'm good.
Looking at you with envy. Yeah, I guess I'm not carrying anything.
I mean, how conspicuous is a loot?
Well, I mean, I can like make it a dagger, but I assume they're not gonna allow a dagger in.
I mean, so things that are small are totally going to be fine. Like it's Langston, everyone has a weapon, but it's just like if you're walking around with like, for the most part, this is going to apply mostly to Varric because of the heavy armor and the warhammer. So like, any kind of armor is suspicious, and then larger weapons, like things that are not like brass knuckles or daggers, are also suspicious. Because if you're carrying like a sword or something like that, it means that you're someone important, and if no one recognizes you, then you'll stick out.
What about like a stick? Like a billy club.
Yeah, that would also probably be fine.
Is that something that could be provided to me?
Yeah, they have an arsenal here,
Oh, cool.
and it looks like the majority of their things are geared towards like small durable weapons.
I can also cast Mage Armor on you, Varric. Which is not going to be as good as heavy armor, but it'll be better than nothing if you're in the nude.
Yeah, I mean, so how about so how would the like brass knuckles work? Is that like a strength basically?
So they'd be a light weapon, and it would be a D6 melee attack.
Okay.
But because it's light, you could bonus action attack with them too. You can get 2.
One for each hand.
That's right.
That's badass.
Mhm.
Is that is that a weapon on D&D I can swoop up, or is it?
What I would do is I would just add scimitar, and it's basically the same stat, and it's just bludgeoning instead of slashing.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave the portable hole. Or shit. We're not supposed to come back here. Right?
Not if we have heat on us.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it. And my armor can, the Moodwarden's pelt can just like not be armor and it's fine.
In its light mode,
Okay.
and then once you change it,
Yeah. I'll do that then.
okay.
I will cast Mage Armor on Varric, and then I will cast Gift of Alacrity on Cass. And say, no matter what happens, just grab Danny Boy and leave. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Varric, that means that your AC is 13 plus your Dexterity modifier.
Is the Palantir recharged? Should we
Yes, it is recharged.
look at Danny Boy at least, maybe? See if we can see anything around him.
Up to you.
Unless we want to use it for somebody else. Like, it's only one use.
Yeah.
I can't
We could use it on him, or I guess it really just depends on if we're. Oh wait. I don't know. I felt might as well just do it now, right?
Like, yeah. Now or like right before.
Oh yeah, let's
go
wait till
in.
we're closer. Just in case something changes.
How long does Mage Armor last?
8 hours.
Smoogie, you ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Raina? You ready?
Yeah, I'm all set.
You too? Done playing spells?
I will take your mage armor off if you would like.
Yeah, you know, we're just trying to keep us all alive.
Let's
Called
get
preparation.
rolling. I'm ready to go knock some skulls around.
Yes, I'm ready to.
Don't get caught, Varric. Don't. Just, if anything, run.
Yeah, remember this is a distraction,
regroup.
so. Yep.
Yeah, distraction. I go with it.
So if it goes bad, just run away because you did your job and they're distracted.
You got it. I've done distraction before.
Cool. Okay. Great.
Just for context, what is the like group that has kidnapped Danny Boy? This is like a tincture manufacturing.
Yes,
Like,
it is the Bone Hunters captured him and are pawning him off on some other group to turn him into tincture.
But we're gonna stop it.
He's at some small time. I think it's like a smaller time gang. The Vulture Den. So it's not the big leagues.
Vultures, smolters.
Oh
Yeah,
yes.
we're not.
What is have I ever seen Danny Boy? I have, right?
Yeah, you were on the boat when he
He,
was it. Oh.
yeah. No, I don't think you have
Oh,
actually.
yeah.
Yeah, I haven't. So I would ask, what does this Danny Boy look like? Just in case I come across him and all hell's breaking
I
loose.
I minor image his face up.
That's cool.
He's just kind of a young human with brown hair, kind of freckles. He's got a scar across the left cheek. Um, yeah, not super memorable or notable. He
Okay.
looks younger than you'd expect. Like he's
Okay.
in his like this. He's like 19 to 21.
Okay. Scar on left cheek, brown hair, 1921. Got it. Just in case in the mix of everything I don't end up accidentally killing him if all hell's
Yeah,
breaking loose.
yeah, don't do that.
That'd be a serious bummer.
Almost dare I say the biggest bummer. Like we,
Biggest bummer.
yeah.
Minus
Alright.
your dad being, eaten by this.
That is a continual bummer that I try not to think about, but thank you for bringing it up.
Sorry, didn't, not
Yeah.
great.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, yeah. You want to? Should we just talk about all of our bummers right now because we just want to bum ourselves out before this? We're not
yeah,
hyping ourselves up.
my ex-wife hates me.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah, yeah.
Positive mindsets,
I
everybody.
mean,
Positive.
yeah.
Yes, we can do this. We have quite a bit of talent here. I think this will be a breeze.
Don't say that.
Let's go.
All right. Excuse me.
And then as we're heading there, we are kind of looking out. We're gonna come up with our rendezvous point. So we'll point out a tavern that is not too far, not too close. Hopefully, extra shady looking. I don't know.
It's in.
Sorry, you're looking for what now?
For a tavern that's on the way, but like a place for us to meet up after we hopefully do this correctly.
Okay. Um, let me pull up the.
Oh yeah, the map.
Yeah, here I can share my.
Can I have a cool leather jacket?
100%.
Okay.
You can get like one of those like bomber jackets.
Yeah, for sure.
It's got like a
Wait,
little bit of like the fur collar.
Yeah. My brass knuckles are inside inner pockets,
Mm-hmm.
so it'll look super cool when I take them out.
where'd you get that jacket, Mr. Stack?
I mean, it was in that room with these knuckles.
We're not too far away. You can run back.
Okay, Smoogie runs back and finds the
Get
jacket.
the
and it's-
matching jacket.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I love
Dude,
it.
this is so cool.
he looks so slick right now.
Dude, you,
Are you gonna crawl into the pack on the way? Because I. Oh wait, no, you're. I got. Kind of still gnome size.
I am a gnome.
Yeah, you're still
so-
no.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
It's you literally just got like liposuction. Like you're Samugi, but
Handsome Smoogie.
yeah.
whoa. I didn't
You were
think so.
already handsome, Samugi.
Yeah.
Handsomer.
Your beard has retained its color. It's back to being like brown instead of white.
So the place is in Charter Hall.
I thought it was
No,
Coleridge.
it's in
That's
Coleridge.
Okay.
However, as you, the trigger is in the tower, and if you ask for pubs along the way, he will let you know that there is one in Charter Hall that's in kind of neutral territory that is called Cask and Lantern.
How far of a run from where we're going is that?
Yeah, I mean it's one district over, but Coleridge is going to be pretty hot. So if you're looking for a place to rendezvous after,
Good point.
What was the place called again?
Cask and Lantern.
Yes.
It's good you asked because I thought it was Casket Lantern, which actually sounds like a cooler name. Ask me, but yeah. Well, I know.
Okay, so that will be our rendezvous spot, guys. Distraction group. After you do your thing, go there. We'll go there, hopefully with Danny Boy. Hopefully we both show up and we're all alive, and it'll be great.
How long do you want us to distract for? You want us to distract long enough that you can get out, or just like the initial start of panic, and then kind of try and sneak away? What you thinking works best?
That's a good question.
I think to get out,
Okay.
or at
So
least
you want it for
long enough, you know.
for the long haul. You got it.
I mean, I guess the longer that you are distracting, the less people will be watching us.
Well,
So,
exactly. Yeah, that's. I just want to make sure.
yeah.
As long as you feel comfortable.
Yeah, if you're dying, don't. Please stop.
Don't. If I'm dying, don't please stop. Got it. Stay
Yeah.
until I'm dead. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Clark.
I told you, if I see you die one more time, okay?
To be honest, I don't remember. I was kind of
There,
revived recently. It's only
sorry.
been twice.
that's too many times, Eric. How many times have you seen me die? Hmm?
0 times.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just saying. It's kind of hard watching your friend's life leave their body, and then you're like, oh my god, how do I deal with that?
There's no guarantee I can bring you back either. So be careful.
That was the plan. Being careful.
Okay, I thought it was to die and then have
No,
Cass
no,
bring your
no,
body
no,
back. I
no.
thought that was the plan.
It's never the plan.
So, Varric, I've heard you're quite the martial combatant. Is that correct?
I mean, I smashed it up pretty good. You say
I've heard it's a little more accurate than just smashing, but nevertheless, the point being is if shit gets hairy, I think we'd make quite a duo.
well, if you're inside and shit's so hairy that I'm also inside, I think our problem might be bigger than hairy.
I'm not as tanky as you, but I have my ways of positioning combatants and allies as we see fit. Just putting that out there.
Shit, maybe you should be on the outside.
Yeah.
I could do that.
Some move.
I'll be the exit strategy.
Is it
I
just
mean,
me and you
Cass-
on the inside?
Yeah, we've got to get out of, well, get out of
I
jail
was thinking
free
Raina was going
cards.
I was thinking Raina was going with you as like protection in case shit goes down.
Kind of
Okay.
makes us, I don't know.
Reina, I mean, it's up to you, I guess.
I'm all for
Yeah.
watching the door and waiting for whatever. Are you wanting me to cause the distraction or be the exit strategy?
I don't think there's a. I think that Cass, why don't you just
The exit strategy is I grab him and I'm gone,
Hmm.
and
Okay.
and we just teleport away.
Okay.
Um,
Maybe.
I could cause a scene if that's what you're looking for.
what if you just stick with us on the inside for
Okay.
that protection? If
Absolutely.
you can. Also, it's another set of eyes looking for Demi Boy.
Of course. Far brown hair, young kid. Got it.
And we might even end up having to split up further once we're inside the tavern, so it might be helpful to have you, like, I don't know, as our exit strategy to our exit strategy.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good to me. It's been a while since I've been on a mission like this, so I'm itching to get started and see how this goes.
Oh, good. That's good.
But we're
Can I
not
say this
trigger
is probably
happy.
one of no, 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 of course not. But this is one of the more powerful crews you are all
And when in doubt, Reina, we haven't worked together before. So when in doubt, if I'm casting a spell on you, just roll with it. Godspeed. Okay?
okay. Sounds good.
Sometimes it feels kind of funny, but yeah.
All right. At this point, dawn is approaching. Um, the sky is ever so slightly beginning to lighten. Um, so before you head out, is there anything else you want to prepare?
That I can think of. Hope we're not forgetting anything.
Okay.
Got my weapons, got my wallet.
I'm sure we'll have your keys. I'm
Okay.
I'm going to give my ring of spell storing to Cass. Um, this has a wall of force spell in it.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay. Um, as you are gearing up to head out, you do notice that you see Trigger, who's kind of waiting at the entrance of the tower. Um, you notice he has a vest that's got like stitched in holsters, like all over his body, and he's got like 12 various like hand cannons and pistols that he's got like tucked in on his chest, waist, and back. And you see that he's got one big one that he's just like taking apart and kind of putting back together, just kind of waiting.
Are you coming with us?
I was thinking about trailing you close by just to check in.
So our guns.
Yeah, well, I find that in the heat of battle, it's a little easier to just grab a new gun instead of trying to reload.
Very smart.
Tend to do a bit of littering. But I wouldn't necessarily rely on my help, but boss man wanted me to keep a close eye.
We appreciate whatever help is given.
Well, don't get your hopes up.
Excited to have an audience for our. It's going to be great. You're going to see. We do okay sometimes.
No, believe me, I've had excited to see Perhaps a bit of lightning, maybe a fireball, something big.
Supposed to keep it low key is kind of the vibe I've been
Oh,
given.
sure.
So
But,
yeah.
we've heard stories. So excited to see the big fancy casters and the Exarch and all the heroes make their big Langston splash, eh?
It's kind of cool being called heroes, but anyway, let's go.
All right. Little man, I like the jacket.
Thank you.
Best make sure there's no damage to it.
What about his jacket?
The previous owner died. Well, he got possessed by a ghost, and then we never heard from him again. But that one belongs to a viper, and she gets a little possessive.
No harm will be done to the jacket or myself. Everything goes according to plan, which it will.
Good man.
You walk in, immediately gets caught on a nail and rips it.
All right, well, dawn's coming, so it's best be off, yeah?
Yeah.
All right,
Lead the way.
super quick. Sound off, equip loads. Cass, what are we rocking?
Polyloot as a fishing dagger on my side, and a sentient gun in my crotch.
All right, check. Samoogs, actually, you never use anything. Check.
Your hands.
Yep, that's right. Varric,
And I guess a
Bomber
ring also.
no, that's totally fine. Bomber jacket, brass knuckles,
Yeah.
major.
Yes.
Sundara, I skipped you. Reyna,
Magic baby.
armor.
No armor, and I have Roderick's dagger.
Okay. So you
back.
guys, surprisingly, are very inconspicuous in your current setup.
Oh yeah.
Okay. With that, Trigger is going to lead you to. He is going to lead you to the south end of the Lost District. You do notice that before he goes, as you're all ready to go, he takes you into this basement area where you see this female halfling and him have this discussion kind of in the distance. She appears to be like mixing up some kind of potion or something like that. But as there's some kind of weird chemistry going on, you notice that Trigger walks back out, kind of holding this lantern that's got this very bright blue glow to it. And as it gets closer, you notice that there's like this broiling liquid in it, yet this thing is just emanating this, it's just like sucking all the heat out of your bodies as it comes close, and it just gets freezing cold as you're in contact with this lantern. And as you look inside, there's just this liquid that looks like it's boiling, yet it's just like sucking all the heat out of the room. And you can hear this strange, like arcane hum from it as it gets close. And as he passes by, he just goes, right, well, we've got about 4 hours of light. You think we could do everything we need?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
If you take any longer, you'll have to find your own way back. Understood?
I don't. No, I don't understand.
Yeah, it keeps the ghosts away. Right?
That's right. Very
Oh.
astute for the big one. We've got a bit of a ghost problem in the Lost District.
Yeah, we ran into it.
That's right.
So if you're trailing us and everything goes well or poorly, yeah, meet us at the cask and lantern. Otherwise, we're running.
See you sometime in the future.
Oh yeah, I'll try to keep it warm, but once it starts going out, I'll have to make my own way back.
I understand.
Oh. And with that, he's gonna lead you to through the Lost District, and you just notice that he's just walking, like holding this lantern up. And as he does, your trip is much less eventful. It's just like dead silent, like you can just hear yourself breathing as you're walking through, and then the footsteps of your party are just like echoing throughout the entire district. He brings you over to essentially just a shore. There's even like a tiny little beachhead of just like this gray, black, gritty sand. He walks over, pulls a tarp off of a boat that looks like a little like rowboat dinghy thing that looks like it's just been docked there. You all get on board, and he's actually just going to get you into Coleridge by traveling on the water. You notice he takes that little lantern, and there's a hook on the front of the boat, on like a little post that he hooks on. And there's a little like tiny arcane battery engine on the back that he just begins operating, and he's just at the back of the boat, just like maneuvering the rudder as you guys make your way through. This is going to be about a 20-minute trip. If there's any other plans or conversations that want to be had. If not, you will travel through the Six Towers district. You notice these beautiful marble-like towers that they're beautiful just in their make, but they look completely dilapidated and run down. And you see all around them, there's just been like this buildup of just slums. You'll travel through, I'd say the junction between Night Market and Six Towers is probably going to be the most busy. You'll see a couple other boats, some fishermen maybe that are pulling some kind of fish, eels, like monsters maybe, out of the river there. And then he's going to hang north and east and get you to Coleridge from the north end at the junction between it and Night Market. There's going to be this area where there's essentially like an overpass that goes over the river between Night Market and Coleridge, and then kind of like this sewer-like stone like abandoned area that he pulls up next to drop you off. The air here is just completely thick with smog. Even as the sun's coming up, it still seems like it's nighttime right now. And he just goes, "Welcome to Coleridge."
It's just as depressing as the rest of the area, but thank you.
Oh, wait till you see the people here. This is way more depressing.
It is a terrible city.
Great. Yeah, I don't like it here.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's your home. Sorry. That was very rude. That was not hospitable of me at all. Sorry.
There's other places, you know, I'm just saying. Like, you can go live in Orifin. It's wonderful
I mean,
there.
maybe he likes it, yeah?
That's
I don't
crazy.
think it's-
Nobody likes it here.
I don't think it's that bad.
Well,
Was it
I'll
ever
tell you what.
nice or?
I'll tell you this. Once I make enough money, I'm gonna buy myself an island out off the Oran Empire, and then you'll never see or hear from me again. But you ask me, the choice between making my living in this hellhole, the chance of having my throat cut open any day, I'll take that over having some fat Empire boss making me do all his work in some office or working on the docks. So, to each their own. You know, unless one of you can teach me how to do a fireball, my fortunes aren't likely going to change.
We can practice. That'll be fun.
Sure. Yeah.
seem to be doing well enough here, I suppose, with your guns.
With that, he just kind of chuckles, and then you watch as he just like starts up the engine again, and then as you let off, you watch as he it's just like Captain Morgan. He's like steering the rudder with his foot, and as he does, he just like he's got this kind of large like trench coat, this brown trench coat. He just like reaches in each one, and then just like goes like this, and just pulls out finger guns, and then just goes as he boats away.
Okay, that guy's cool.
I thought he really didn't like us. He was pretty condescending, but you can't shoot finger guns if you're an asshole.
Yeah, I think that just might be his style.
Okay, nice and
Well, I'm
quiet.
getting pretty
Let's go away
antsy.
in.
Varric's already getting antsy. Okay, Varric, stay calm. We're almost there.
Okay. So you're headed towards the Vulture Den. As you're walking through the streets of Coal Ridge, at this point, it's maybe like 3:30 in the morning. There's actually some pretty large crowds that are moving through the city. You notice that people are kind of flooding in from almost every direction, and there's almost like there's like traffic on foot right now. So you guys just like peel out of this alleyway, and you're immediately in this huge crowd.
These workers.
There's just people that are like covered in like dirt and grime that are just like slowly trudging their way through like various different factories, and you notice every once in a while a couple like split off and go to these various different factories.
Okay.
Watch your pockets.
Oh.
I didn't bring anything.
We should try to find a group that continues to go where we want to go.
Yeah, just
into-
kind of like
Filtering off as you're like, no matter where you're going, you've got traffic, so it's kind of filtering off slowly and slowly and slowly. But sure enough, as you make your way towards the Vulture Den, you see in the distance like this area that's pretty heavily gated. And you notice that you know, all the other factories, generally speaking, you didn't really. People are just walking into these factories. The Vulture Den, you see, there's like a security checkpoint, and you see essentially like kind of more well-dressed, kind of thug-looking individuals. That you see one of them kind of hanging his legs over the gate, kind of like half asleep. And then you see another one that is just at the gate, checking and punching little, like these punch cards.
So before we get close to that, that might be when we need the distraction, right?
Sounds good
And
to
then
me.
we kind of like slide in with the chaos. Am I making this up?
No, I think that's the play here. Unless we want to rob some people in an alley and steal their cards.
And also play, not gonna lie.
Smoogie,
Yes.
what if we launch you at the, at the one that's kind of sleeping, and then I charge the one punching? And while that's going down, you freak slip in.
Well, I thought we were trying to avoid violence if possible.
Oh, I thought as a distraction, our job was violence.
It's not agreed upon. I was going to just amplify my voice and start doing like weird Hangul chants or something. But maybe we
Oh,
should have
yeah.
talked about this earlier.
Ah,
You could,
let's do this
you could,
chance.
one of you could just start pushing and causing a ruckus, like a. It doesn't have to be anything over the top. Just start, bump into
Yeah.
a guy.
No,
push
I
him.
get what you're
Yeah.
saying, but then we have kind of like, you know, a little shovel match, and maybe they get more security out to just quiet it down.
Yeah, I think there needs to be a little bit of violence, enough to motivate them to be distracted.
Yeah.
The stack and I could push each other around, and we can get into an argument for wearing the same jacket on the same day when we have a strict agreement to stick to the schedule so that we're wearing the same goddamn jacket on the same goddamn day.
But
And
again, I don't
then
think that's enough of
no,
like.
yeah, it is something. And then you guys start, fighting, and then one of you accidentally punches somebody else. Like you duck at just the right time, Varric punches someone right behind.
Yeah, but I think at that point we're hurting workers, and we should be worried about the security guards.
Cass, any magical enchantments on this gate that you can tell as we
Well, that's a
get
good point.
closer?
Yeah, I'll give it a look with my squiggly plant eyes.
Plant eyes.
Whenever the DM checks back.
I'm here.
Is this game
I
magical?
realized that I lost both my d20s, and I'm desperately trying to download a dice roller on my phone.
You can just type roll dice into Google.
I know, but then it's another window. So I need to start offloading stuff off my screen. So
If you have D&D Beyond up, you should have digital dice with that.
No, I know, but I need the ability to like multitask. So I'm good.
Okay.
So you're at the security checkpoint. You're kind of off in the crowd right now, so you can approach this however you want. Again, you just see one individual on the gate that's just literally like at this point just full on asleep against the brick wall, and you're kind of like, is this guy gonna fall and die, like being asleep
Hopefully.
20 feet up? And on the ground, you see one super gruff looking individual with like mutton chops, like rolled up, like pretty heavily muscled, and he's got like a billy club at his side, just kind of standing back and watching. And you see this kind of gaunt looking, kind of sallow individual that's just like punching these punch cards as people roll in.
I still think Wi-Fi is a good idea.
What's
yeah.
a good idea?
I launch Smoogie at the guy that's 20 feet up there. He knocks him down, and then I punch the guy punching tickets.
What do I do up there?
You beat him up, and then you come back down for when more security guards show up. And we beat them up. And then we, play it by
And just
ear.
here, we're not trying to kill anyone. We're just trying to
No, non-lethal.
mortally wound.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make sure we're at the very front of the line when you do that.
Yeah, just let us. We'll stay here and watch you guys. And when you're up there, that's when I'll chuck Smoogie up there, and I'll run and punch the ticket puncher.
Okay. And
What could go wrong?
magical stuff.
Oh yeah, looking at the gate from this far, with detect magic, is there any?
Yeah. So you look down, and the first thing you notice is there's a series of like what looks like wiring that is underground right now, and you can look to where it's headed. It interacts with both the gate itself, and also you see a clockwork, like arcanotech construction that is pretty obviously like an air raid alarm system that would be heard throughout Coleridge.
Oh, okay. And those lines are leading from out of the facility?
Yes. So it disappears like 30 or 60 feet, whatever that vision is, going into the facility.
Turning around, do I see those lines going like into anywhere specific, or do they just trail off another?
They trail off going into the vulture's den.
Oh, okay. So they start in it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, okay. Okay. Yeah, that I mean, there's an alarm system seemingly wired up, and then I think we should be good.
All right.
It's kind of hard to do. Like, we need to be in there to. We'd need to be inside to deal with it,
Yeah, that'll
might.
be part of our
Yeah.
later problems. Futurists will handle that. Let's just get in there.
Awesome. Well,
Good luck, guys.
Alex, would it be possible once the distraction starts to try to pickpocket somebody's punch card?
Yeah.
I mean, you won't need a punch card.
We're trying
Yeah,
to be
just.
at the front of the line for the distraction,
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay.
and we just slip our way in.
I mean, you could also try to, if you want to try to pickpocket one, you could do it before the distraction begins.
Yeah, I'd like to give it a shot. Hopefully, if I fail, I'll just play it off as I try to grab somebody's ass.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, you see one individual, like, kind of this, like, middle-aged man that looks just, like, dead tired, just, like, blackened eyes, just kind of, like, trudging his way over. How would you approach this? How are you trying to pickpocket?
I I don't see. Okay, so looking at everybody in the line, do they have? Or is it like? Are they pulling out of their back pocket? Where does it seem that everybody's just
Just,
kind
like,
of got their
have it
picture
out, generally.
get out?
I mean, looking at this guy, he's walking over, and you see him just holding the punch card, like, in his hand as he's walking.
Okay. I would try to think that if I had a piece of paper or something, I could switch the punch card with if he looks for it. But fuck it,
Okay.
I'm just gonna go up and like bump into him and like grab his ass and like not try and knock the card or sleight of hand it away from him and make him think that he might have dropped it because he's like half asleep.
Okay.
Um,
Theft and sexual assault.
Yeah. Well, what? Yeah.
Yeah,
What
well,
does
two
Raina
for-
look like right now? By the way.
she's a half orc, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Female half orc.
Okay. So go ahead and make start with a performance check.
Okay. That is a performance. Oh, nice, 15.
Okay, and then give me a sleight of hand check.
Okay. Sleight of hand. That is a 22.
Oh.
Jesus.
Okay. So, with that, you watch as this guy's just kind of like walking over. And can you like exactly what does Raina look like? Like, she's a half
So,
orc. Like, is it like a
half
big
orc.
build? Like what? Like what is she wearing?
Yeah, like decent size build, nothing too crazy. Hot but muscular, I guess.
Okay.
Basic clothes like t-shirt, like some torn pants,
Okay.
nothing fancy.
Okay. So y'all watch as like Raina slips off and moves towards this guy. He's not really paying any attention. You bump into him and pretty much like knock him on his ass, and he like falls to his back, gets up and goes, "Oh God, I am so sorry."
No, you're good, sweetie.
Oh,
Help him up.
hi. Do I know you?
I've seen you around in there a couple times.
Oh,
I like the way
okay.
you work.
Oh yeah. I didn't think anyone noticed. Just trying to be a team player, and you know, my all said, put in what you get out what you put in. So that's
Maybe we can talk deeper about that later tonight after some drinks.
Oh,
yeah. You're
Smack
in
his
the
ass and then like walk away.
yeah. I'm in section C.
I'll find you.
And you see he kind of just like has a little bit more pep in his step, and then kind of like stops. No, oh shit, not again! And you watch as he just like goes back to where he fell and is just like on his hands and knees, like looking for the punch card that he lost.
Yeah. I go back to you guys. Well, I got my way in.
Does that have a name on it?
Yeah, what does it look like? Is it just like a club
Um,
membership card or
Yeah,
something?
I mean, you look down. It's actually like this thing's actually. You don't know what the material is exactly, but it feels like a really narrow piece of wood. Um, and as you look down at it, there's no name. It's just got an ID number. It's like a 7-digit number on the top left of it, and it's just got like punches through it that don't make any. There's no like indication of what's what. There's just like a number of punches.
Okay.
You count 14 on this one. Um,
I'm going to minor illusion one in my hand.
okay.
I'm sticking with the original plan just for the sake
Oh,
of
I'm
Eric.
yeah. I'm just trying to blend in.
Okay.
So, Rain, are you getting in line?
Yeah, with the rest of you guys, I am. Yeah.
Okay. So, are you letting Raina pass through before you initiate the distraction?
That was my idea. Yeah.
Okay. So, card's getting punched. It gets to Raina's turn, and this guy who just looks super bored looks over at you expectantly.
And me?
Yeah, you're first in line.
Oh, okay. How you doing, Lev?
You got a punch card?
Wouldn't be much good here if I didn't. And I hold out my card.
All right. Well, shift's about to start. People are waiting. Let's get it going, huh? And he
All
pulls
right.
it out, just looks at it, punches, and then just like steps back.
Okay. I walk through, looking for you guys, looking back for you guys real quick.
You ready to launch, Smokey?
As this happens, you see the larger individual just kind of like push past the little guy towards Raina. Just goes, "Hey, wait!" And he like marches over to you.
Time to go.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna.
Are you just going? You're not waiting to see what happens?
Okay, I'll wait.
Well, what's Eric doing?
He walks over to you and just goes, "Hey, you're section C, right?"
Yeah.
And he like turns around and like pulls something out of his pocket, and he goes, "It's Strog's birthday. We're having everybody sign a card."
Oh, no shit. Okay. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Write the card.
you know the right?
Yeah. I know I'll write out a few letters, but
He kind of like looks around. He goes, "Will you write something from me?"
sure. I'll give it the best I got. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
Will you,
no.
will you say something real nice?
Okay. Sure. I like write something down like real nice. Who's it from? Or should I write who it's from?
I don't know.
What about just initials?
What did you say? What did you say?
I said, I hope you have a awesome birthday, and
No,
we'll all go out.
No,
Huh?
tell him, hope you have the best birthday.
I hope you have the. Okay, got it. Best birthday.
And tell
Should I
him,
put your initials?
tell him it means a lot to me.
Okay.
Yeah. Did
That's
you write it
sweet.
down?
Yeah. I got it all right here.
Yeah. And make it bigger than the others.
Oh, I will.
And then,
Much bolder.
yeah. And then just sign it Treadwell.
Treadwell. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thanks. What's your name again?
Grick.
Thanks, Crick.
Yeah. Anytime.
I'll take that card now.
Okay.
And you got your own thing in here?
Yeah. I got here, hold on. I just scribbled something down. Happy birthday. You're awesome. Grick.
Sure. Yeah, come down to the office at the first break. We're gonna all sing a song.
Oh,
And then
awesome.
I had my mum make a pie.
Oh man.
You'll have a
Can't wait.
son. Yeah. It's
Hell
banana
yeah.
cream.
Oh, that's one of my favorites. All right, well, I gotta get to it, bud. So I like fist bump him and
Yep, thanks, Mix. And he turns around.
yeah.
Making friends on the first day.
And as he turns around, a gnome.
All right. Raina makes it through.
We
Then-
wait our turn until we're first in line.
Okay, who's first?
I think I am.
Okay.
She's got the fake ticket.
He's just
Yeah.
like staring at you.
She gets up there, and that's when
I'm like,
I launch Smoogie.
Okay.
I launch Smoogie.
Okay. So you're launching it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Go
And
ahead and just make a D20 dexterity check.
Stack, right?
Yeah.
that's not great. Because that's 5.
Oh my god.
Okay. Let's roll some vector dice.
Alright.
Okay. So Samoogie is going to get launched too high. You were trying to hit the guy that's sleeping?
Yeah, I was trying to get over there.
Yeah. So you're going to just launch Samoogie over the fence and into the vulture's den. So that there's this loud, like, spring-loaded, like, dunk, and you just see a gnome, like, soaring through the air.
Once launched, I move directly for the ticket launcher guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I will even shoulder kind of check, not too hard, just enough to get her through the gate, Sundara, before I go to punch this guy right in the face.
Okay.
As Smoogie gets launched and I hear the mechanism go off, I'll just look up in there. What the hell is that?
Okay.
and then as Barrett comes barreling through, I'm gonna like stumble and fall. Like, oh god, dude, watch it.
Okay. So as that happens, you hear one of them just go, "They're rushing the fucking gate! Shut it down!" And the big guy is gonna like step into the office and just like slam this alarm system thing, and you just start to hear air raid sirens go off, and it's just gonna immediately just be pandemonium.
That's what you guys need.
As this happens, the guy up top wakes up, pulls out 2 6-shooters, and just starts opening fire into the crowd.
Jesus Christ.
I thought it would go
The-
bad, but not. Like that.
The one at the front tries to like push you all back and get behind the gate to shut it.
No, I'm trying to get that guy.
What are you're trying to like knock him down, or what are you doing?
Punch him.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Put my hands in my jacket, pull out my brass knuckles, and I say, "Time to make some flightless birds." And then
Okay.
I know vultures can fly. 19 and 22.
Okay. Both hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
9 and 11.
Okay. So Varric runs over, yells that.
On the
And then-
second one, I'd actually like to add a superiority die to
I will say you also had a third attack that you can use.
bonus action.
Yeah.
Okay, then I will add the superiority die to that to Triv attack. And that's 17
Damage?
to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Damage is
Are you just gonna kill this guy?
No.
Non-lethal.
Yeah,
maybe?
it's all non-lethal. I don't want this guy to die.
Okay.
So 10.
Okay. So as you say that, the guy's eyes just kind of go wide. Do you want to do this, or do you want me to?
I'd love to do it.
Okay, go ahead.
So, hands in the jacket, pulls out the brass knuckles. It's time to make some flightless birds. And he comes out 2 to the body and then an uppercut. And that's it. Just quick, easy.
Yeah. Like Mike Tyson, it just
Yep,
keeps
I was
like
gonna say,
a
Mike
real,
Tyson.
yeah, like a
Yeah.
real, like tight, like area of where he's attacking, just like rolls in with 2 body shots and an uppercut. And he is, I mean, you're past the gate before he hits the ground.
Nice. I'll hold open.
Stumble in. No, I stumble in before running away
Yeah.
from Varric.
You could tell that this guy in particular, like, the first time you made a connection, the first time you hit him, you're like, oh, this guy does not know how to move his body or fight. But, you know, c'est la vie.
Too late.
Yeah.
Action engaged.
Yeah. With that, you're all rushing through right now.
Is that?
Me
I
and
also kind
Sindar.
of want to get a sense of what the general crowd vibe is.
They're
as
running
it's-
away from the gunfire.
Oh yeah, I forgot. There's gunfire.
So there's 3 of you that are rushing the gate right now. Everyone else is moving away.
Well, we were at the very front.
I feel like once
We were,
guns
like,
are firing,
next.
people run in.
Right. And then the ticket counter, like, got decimated. And then you're the only 3 that are moving through the gate as the rest of the crowd dispersed.
Hey man, gotta get to work. We're right there. We're close enough.
Got bills to pay, motherfuckers.
Right. You kind of get the sense that the vultures don't seem to care about the workers here. So,
Really?
as you look around, you're like, we are pretty. It seems like you're pretty obvious targets if they wanted to turn their guns on you, and it looks like the guy on the top of the gate is like he saw all this. He saw Varric like rush through, fucking blast the ticket counter, and then go through the gate. And he doesn't seem to care if you guys are associated with him or not. He's just opening fire.
Just run inside.
We'll
So-
Just take the hits,
We'll
guys.
take a hit. Yeah, we can take
Yeah,
a
so
few.
you've got about a 60-foot run. So let's do a quick initiative challenge against the gunslinger.
Damn,
But
Raina's
don't
is
forget,
insane.
you have a D8 to your initiative, Cass.
Yes.
Oh, Sindar's getting shot.
Yeah, 23.
Okay.
7.
25.
Cast roll again. Just a straight D20.
Can I just add my initiative bonus?
No, just a straight D20. You've got to roll off with the gunslinger. You tied.
Yeah, but can I just add my... just rolled a 25 again.
Well, what'd you roll in the D20?
16 both times.
Okay. So,
Okay, you know what? I'm just doing it. Come on, get on. That's a 32 total for initiative.
oh, you added. Were you saving the gift of alacrity?
Yeah, I might as well use it. I didn't use it before, but I might as well use it now.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, then you will be the first to act, and then it'll be the gunslinger.
You also, by the way, can use it anytime you want for the next 8 hours. It's not one and done.
It's not a one and done. Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay.
Shit.
Okay, so Cass, what are you doing?
As Varric barrels through and this gunman starts firing, I just like duck my head like, oh god, and just like try to run in and run through away from Varric.
Give me a performance check. I'm gonna give you disadvantage on this.
Yeah.
I'll restore balance and make it just flat.
Okay.
Okay.
You have
Very-
these like weird powers that are like, oh, everything's normal.
Yeah.
What check did you say this was?
Performance.
Oh, 29.
Okay, and remind me what you look like.
Probably like a human male, late 40s, male pattern balding, dressed in not as dirty clothes as everyone here, because I didn't think about it, but like raggedy clothes.
Yeah. Okay. So you watch as Cass kind of breaks off and just begins running, and you see the gunslinger just like notices something moving. This is at this time the commotion's going on beneath him. He kind of turns and then just begins like walking, like a tightrope, just like walking along the gate, just like with perfect balance. Holds out his guns, like both of them, towards Cass, and then just like has this look of like that guy's way too pathetic to be involved, and then turns them on Varric.
Okay.
He's gonna take all his shots on Varric. Doink. 16 versus your AC right now.
That hits.
That'll miss. 14 versus your AC.
That misses.
All right. He is going to action surge. Okay, natural 17.
Hits.
15.
That is my AC.
And then a 23.
Misses.
So that was 4 hits.
True.
Oh my god. So the first one's 15 piercing damage. The second one is 17 piercing damage.
Was it too late? Never mind.
13 piercing damage. And another 13 piercing damage.
Okay.
Okay. That's his getting his shots off. So now it's everyone else. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm running towards the entrance.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd be at the door trying to get you guys inside. Hurry.
Okay.
I'm not running. I'm not running to Reyna. Just if I see her, I'm
Yeah.
not running.
You're gonna splitting off. Okay. So Mugi, as you're in the air, soaring, you're gonna like land on the side of the wall. Are you just going with it?
Does anyone see me?
I mean, you're soaring through the air right now, so I don't think you've got a great read about like how everyone's doing on the ground. I guess really your options are like inversion beating back to the stack pack, or just like scaling down the side of the wall here and just being at the location and waiting for everybody.
I'll see where it takes me.
Okay. I mean, I think you have. I'll be honest. I'm not even gonna make you roll because you have slow fall and like a ton of acrobatic abilities. So Samugi, you just kind of like soar in the air and then just like hit the side of the wall and then just like kind of Spider-Man like slide down, land on your feet, kind of dust yourself off, and then just like casually just begin walking around. And it looks like people are just kind of stepping out of the factory, like looking at like, hey, what's going on? And easy enough for you to blend in.
Okay.
Actually, you don't really blend in with this jacket. Like, you don't look like you belong here, but like, you're not the most suspicious thing going on right now, given it's like the place is at like heightened alert.
Alright. Is there any indication of like where I might find Danny Boy?
There are 4 buildings. And yeah, you're at the northwest building. They're all pretty much like it's just like 4 blocks, and they're all pretty much equal. You look outside, um, and there's A, B, C, and D. You got launched past the C building, up and over it, and you hit the A building. And like looking back, all the commotion is going. It's like the C and D buildings are to the south.
Okay. I suppose I'll just start snooping around the A building. See if I can find the tincture extractor chambers.
Okay, I mean, as you like go in there, you look at this whole thing looks like just like a tincture processing factory. Um, so as you kind of like step in, there's very obviously like tincture processing happening in building A, but you get the sense it might be the same in B, C, and D. So we'll get back to you, and then whoever else hasn't acted yet. Sundar, you're just running in.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
You have to dash to make it.
yeah, you can make it to cover. Raina safe. Varric, what are you doing?
How high is the wall?
About 20 feet.
Is there a way for me to get up the wall?
It'd be a hell of an athletics check, and you might need to action surge dash to make it to the guy, depending on what you roll. Because you'd have to like scale up the building,
Yeah.
and then run east, over the gate.
I'd like to try that.
Okay, give me an athletics check.
Come on, athletic. Don't fuck me. 17.
17. Okay.
Yeah.
So you jump and just try to scale like the guard tower, like or not tower, but like it's more of like a stone structure that's just like 1 story. You are going to be in the process of scaling that, so it's going to take your whole movement to be hanging on the ledge of it.
Even if I use like a action dash?
I'd say with your action, you could scale it and be on your feet.
And then how far away is the guy?
He'd be 15 feet from there, but you're out of movement.
An action surge just gives me an action.
That you can dash again.
But then that's it. I can't do anything else. I could just close the distance.
You can close the distance. And he's walking on like a 4-inch like metal gate right now.
Could I use my action dash? Can I use my... If I use my action surge to dash, can I just not stop and like blow past him to knock him off? I'd be willing to take the fall as well. With it.
You can try. It's going to be an athletics check, and it's going to be at disadvantage because you're like getting towards the end of your action economy here.
Okay. I'm willing to roll the dice.
Okay. So give me an athletics check versus his acrobatics.
Disadvantage, right?
Sorry, you're too far for me to help.
It's okay. 19.
Roll again.
Just
Just
a
one.
D20?
Not a dis. You tied. So.
An athletic checks or just a D20?
Actually,
because I'm not trying to not fall. I'm trying to go down and get him off the wall.
I hear you, but what happened is you literally tied his acrobatics, and when that happens, it's a stalemate. There's no change. So what that means is you make it over to him, you dash and try to like throw him off, and what happens is he just crosses his arms, like with both pistols like this. He, like, you hit into him, he takes a step back, and you're both just on the gate. You don't fall, he doesn't fall.
Cool, I'll take that.
Okay. So the rest of you made it to safety. You turn, and Varric is locked in a duel of the fates on a 20-foot, like rope line gate right now, trying to get revenge on the gunslinger.
Gotta pretend I didn't see that.
Yep, let's just get
Walk
inside.
on in.
Yep. The goal is to get inside. Let's go. He'll be all right.
Okay. So you're all just going inside?
Yeah, we're in the C block. That's where we entered.
Okay. Okay.
Is it?
Um,
Is that?
Varric, at this height,
Mm-hmm.
you would notice there appears to be a lot of activity. Like, people are actively running away from the vulture's den. Like, even people on the streets are, like, not coming close to this area.
Yeah.
Like, people are, like, not going to work and taking those consequences to not be in any radius near where these alarms are going off.
I realize that.
Okay. Okay, so that's going to bring us back to the gunslinger. He is going to unload on you point blank. Uh, 19 to hit.
I'm gonna use shield.
Okay.
Oh no, that doesn't hit.
Okay, then 15 to hit.
No. Or is it only for one?
No,
Attack?
it's until
The whole
the
thing.
Okay, so now
next
it's
turn.
So, so Varric runs through and crashes into him, and then you watch as the gunslinger, like, holds him off, is still standing, and then pulls a gun from, like, from beneath, and then just tries to unload it point blank into Varric's chest. Varric kind of whispers an incantation, and you just watch as there's like this arcane deflection, and the bullets are just bouncing off. None of them hit. So
Could
now
it
it's your
be-
go.
Could I add a little flourish?
Yeah.
When he goes to put it in my chest, I grab the barrel.
And then, like, Iron Man, like,
Yeah. Just like
Yeah.
shield at that point.
yeah, absolutely.
I will punch this guy.
Okay.
First attack is 17.
17 hits.
And I'm gonna. The next attack is a 27. I'm
Hits.
gonna add a trip attack
Okay.
to the second attack. Just strength save.
That's an 18.
Saves.
Okay. How much damage you're dealing?
Total of 21 damage. And then I'm gonna use my third punchy. Which is an 18 to hit. We're gonna try
That hit.
throw that trip attack on there again.
20 plus. Roll a natural 18.
15 points of damage.
Okay.
And if you move back, I want to continue to close the distance.
Yeah. Cause you're pushing him back.
I just don't want him to get distance on me.
Okay, you want to keep him up here.
Yeah, I want to keep him close, I want to be as close as I can.
Okay. Okay. So, with that, I mean, we'll say you just kind of like wrap your arm around him and then just start like feeding him body shots right now. So he's
Yeah.
just kind of like locked in with you. With that, he briefly like pushes you off, and he is going to kind of like reach back and try to get his shot out of your hand so you can't grab the barrel. He's going to fire at you 3 more times. So it's a natural 20.
That
First
hits.
one. Ooh, natural 19 for the second one. And he's going to end it with a misfire. So for the natural 20.
Is that a 1?
Hmm?
You roll a nat 1? Is that a misfire?
No, he misfires on a 2.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So the first one is 17 points of damage for the natural 20. And then 8 points of damage.
Okay.
And then you watch as he sees that you're still standing. He kind of like narrows his eyes, smiles, and then like you watch as he takes both his guns, holds them up like this, and then drops one on either side of the gate, and then reaches into like he's got this like little like handle coming out of the like breast pocket of like his leather armor, and he just like pulls out a little dagger with like a ring in it and starts like swinging it around and flipping it and like doing little flourishes. So back to you.
Can I try to find Sandara
Yeah.
as this fighting just is happening?
Mhm.
And pull her aside real quick. Shit, you didn't bring the Palantir, did you? That thing's huge.
No, just right here. Pew.
Oh, okay.
I just got pockets.
Okay, I
Magic
always thought it
stuff.
was this big thing.
That's like
It's like a handheld globe, I think.
yeah, it's smaller than a basketball, bigger than a softball.
That's a very wide range of size.
It's
Okay.
closer to the softball than the basketball.
Send Danny Boy a message if you can. I kind of forgot to do that before.
What should I say? Just, hey, we're here.
Oh,
Come on out.
yeah.
We're outside.
Just where the hell are you? This is us.
Okay. Danny boy, we're here in Block C. Where are you? We're coming in hot.
He says, yeah, I can hear you, everyone can hear you. I'm in C. I'm underground. In C.
Can
Whatever
I?
you do it.
Okay, do it. He's here. He's underground. We gotta go down.
Okay.
Try to make our way
The
underground.
movie has also, like, if you did some rounds, you would have seen your group at Block C, and we'll say if you wanted to, you, Reyna, all the rest of you can intervene as Varric is once again locked in this battle. So we're gonna go back to Varric. It's your turn.
I'd like to grapple.
Okay. I'll say that'll be an attack roll, or one of your attack actions to try a grapple. So give me another athletics check.
20.
As you do, you reach out and grab him, and he just like Jackie Chan spins out of his coat, and you see he's just like wearing like this studded leather vest, like sleeveless, just like decked out in tattoos, and you're just holding onto his jacket.
I throw the jacket angrily off this weird fence. I'll just take another punch at him, I guess.
Okay.
I'm gonna see you can take blows. It's a
Just your
21
mic
hit.
is echoing.
Sorry.
Oh. I'll take a 21 to hit.
21 hits.
I like to try a disarming attack. It's another
Okay.
strength save.
Oh. That's only a 12.
That's a fail. He takes 16 points of damage. And my bonus action punchy is a 17.
Hits.
And we will
when you
throw
roll-
a trip attack on it.
Okay.
It's another strength save.
That is going to be a hot 16.
That fails. And man, since this was bludgeoning damage, that was a total of 15 points of damage for that. I'm also, once he's on the ground, I'm going to use my Crusher feat to push him 5 feet in any direction.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
the-
no matter what, the trip attack would have made him fall. You're fighting on a 4 inch platform right now.
Yeah.
In fact, in hindsight, I probably should have been asking for some more checks for this, but regardless. How
Once
much
he falls, I'd like to get off this part to like normal ground.
Oh, hold on. How much did you hit him for on the last hit?
15. What? Oh, hold on. Yeah, 15. 15 points.
Okay. Okay. And then he's prone, so he's gonna auto fail his. God, I'm missing so many dice. So unfortunately for him, he's just gonna end up taking a little bit more damage. But I don't have sixes. Little mechanics update: fall damage is increased this section if you fall more than 10 feet. Just because I don't have a D6, so just letting you know. We're doing it for everybody.
Just
Don't
this
fall.
session?
In Langston, the gravity works a little bit different, okay?
Yeah.
Oh my god. So he falls. He is, like, super hurt right now. Like, he landed full on his back. He's, like, barely conscious.
With my 30 feet of movement, can I get near him?
I mean, if you fall for 20 of it,
What if I lower myself down so I'm holding it by my hands like a pull-up and drop the rest of the way?
give me an athletics check.
Skills. 17.
Okay. Yeah, you can make it over to him without taking any damage.
Cool, I love
You
that.
just kind of like drop, land on the second bar, drop, land on the second bar, and kick off, and you're fine.
Cool. I'd like to stand over him menacingly.
Okay. As you do, he's just like smiling and just goes, "You and whoever sent you, you're so fucking dead."
Joke's on you, bloke. I'm here for you.
Poor guy. Just
He appears to be having fun with this encounter with you. He doesn't appear to be.
So
like,
am I.
Yeah, he's giving you this look of like, you know, and if we were on the same side, I could see us getting along. So yeah, he's essentially out of the fight right now. He's disarmed. He's hurt pretty badly, and he's just like laying back.
So the alarm's going off. My dudes are doing their thing.
At this point, as you turn, as he says what he says, you kind of turn, and you see something you haven't seen in quite a while. You see a large, 4 large clockwork constructs. These are the clockwork trolls that you battled in New Callum, that are at this point about 120 feet away, closing in on your position.
Shit.
Get out, dude. We're gonna run.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a break for it. Into any alley I can find.
Give me an athletics check.
21.
Okay. As you go to break away, he just like grabs the side of your pants, and then you easily just like break past him. He was just trying to like hold you to keep you there.
Yeah. Respect.
Yeah. And as you walk away, you just hear him yell behind you, "You and your friends are dead!" And as his voice kind of like fades into the background, it is replaced by the sounds of heavy metal footfalls.
And I just run away with littles.
All right. So it hasn't been that long. So you sent that message. At this point, Varric, I imagine out of breath, just like full of holes and leaking a bunch of blood, just like rolls through with a look of satisfaction on his face. So you are all gathered around Block C.
Oh no, I left them. I'm gone.
Oh, you're out.
I'm out of here. Yeah. They said run. I said how far.
Okay.
And
Which route are you taking?
I'd like to get back. I'm not worried about straight lining it to the bar, but that's where I'm trying to go.
Okay.
The coffin and lantern.
Well, I guess I'm
whatever.
asking, like, if you go out the gate the way that you came, that leads you back towards the Clockwork Soldiers. Your only other option is going deeper into the Vulture's Den. I mean, and you can absolutely go out back towards the Clockwork Soldiers.
But could I outrun the Clockwork Soldiers?
You're not sure.
Well, if I can lead them on a wild goose chase, it might help my team. So I'm gonna blow ass through the front gate and go as try to get into an alleyway. Try to just get away.
Okay, are you trying to get their attention?
No, I'm trying to get away. But if they
Okay, so would it be fair to say that you're just like booking it out, regardless of if they chase you or not? It's almost as if they weren't there. You're just
yes,
booking it.
yes, I'm following the plan where if I get too fucked up, I need to leave and not die. So that's what I'm doing. I don't know where Smoogie is. After I launched him, lost him. So I assume he's figured it out. He's pretty capable.
Okay.
Because if Smoothie runs into a fucking sentinel, he's still got all his fucking monk shit. I don't have a hand. I don't think
So
Brass
give me an athletics check.
Another athletics check? Crazy.
Or did you already give me one?
21 again.
Okay. Okay.
I gave you one because you grabbed my pant leg.
Yeah, no, this is for like how quickly you can move.
I mean, I might be big, but I got a big old stride.
Okay. So 3 out of the 4 clockwork trolls are actually going to start chasing you.
Cool, awesome.
That's good.
Yeah. Let's see if I can stay away.
So as you make your way out, you're also just leaking blood right now. so that is happening. So that's gonna be your clock.
Am
Okay,
I able
the rest-
to lay on hands myself?
I'll say technically you are at a full dash. To lay on hands, that's gonna slow you down. So
Yeah.
you can, but it will slow you down.
We'll see how bad it gets. Okay.
Okay. All right, the rest of you, you're gathered out of Block C. What are you doing?
Got to figure out a way to get underground.
Yeah,
Go
I'm
in some of these buildings.
looking to see where. I mean, people have to go down somehow, so trying to find a way into the basement. Whether that's
Okay.
following the crowd or looking for an elevator or
So,
stairs.
as you enter, you look around, and it looks like a bunch of people are kind of like holed up inside, and you see a variety of some of the vulture thugs that are like on some ramparts above the workers with like rifles and guns, um, and they are just shouting some orders. You see the individual that stopped you, Reyna, is one of these towards the top. And he just says, "All right, everybody stay calm, keep working."
All right. I'd like to like casually. Is there a staircase that everybody's kind of going down, or
There's like a floor where like, yeah, there's some staircases that go down into like this pit where there's just like this assembly line.
okay? I'll just casually head down there like it's another day at work.
Okay, give me a who else is following along in that?
I am.
That's it. That's it. Is it?
Am I with
Is
the group or am I on my own?
You're with them.
Oh,
are these Is this like one big building per block, or is there like an outdoor area surrounded by like a bunch of smaller buildings?
This is all indoors. So as you step into this like stone building, what you see is on the sides there are stairs going up to where it looks like the wardens are hanging out, and then down in the pits is where all the workers are, and they're just being like watched by the people with guns.
Okay, but it's just one big building, like per block. There's nowhere
Yeah.
else that Danny Boy could have been.
He said that he was in Block C underground.
Okay. Okay.
Currently, you don't see any way to get underground. You just see like there's a second floor that just kind of is like on the sides of the wall here, so that there's like this big opening in the center where you can look down into the pit.
Okay.
And there's essentially like this assembly line where people are just like processing tincture right now.
Oh, maybe.
Where is the start of the like stuff has to be coming out of something. Like
So as you are looking around, there are 4 lines, and each of them it looks like they're coming from above.
coming from like the second floor where those
Well,
the
it's
guys are?
hard because there's like a chute, and then it goes into the building itself. So it looks like there's some kind of like distribution apparatus that's in one of the eastern walls.
Are there any doors on that eastern wall?
Your vision of the place is a little bit hampered because you just are at the entrance. So if you spend a little
Okay.
bit more time in the building, you'll probably get a chance to like. But you're just at the entrance. This is like first glance what you're seeing.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm following Reyna and kind of moving into where
Yeah.
everyone's
Like the longer you spend time in here, you get the sense that you'll be a little bit more familiar with the layout of the building. So for those of you that are attempting to, it looks like you guys are just attempting to blend in and be workers right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Spread out throughout the building, probably.
I will say,
Either.
give me a either an insight check to like see what other people are doing and kind of like model their behavior, or a performance check to blend in. Your choice.
I want to pretend to be a first day on the job person.
Mine's an 18 either way, so I'll try to do an insight check.
Okay.
Mine's a 15, and I'm doing performance.
Okay.
18 performance.
22 insight.
Nice.
Okay. So you all kind of like split up a little bit and kind of fill in positions and take on various roles. It seems like no one, for the most part, is really clocking that you don't belong here. At one point, Cass, you see one individual that just goes up to you and just goes, "Hey, where are the caps? Where are the caps?"
Yeah, I
Oh,
know.
man, when you miss your quota, I miss my quota, and that's money out of my pocket and food out of my family's mouths.
If you could point me to the caps, I could give them to you. First day. This has been a hell of a day for me. I'm sorry.
Fucking God, I'm so fucking sick of the turnover and the travelers. Fine, and you watch as he just like goes off to a different direction, and he just goes, "I'll do it," and he goes and he just like kicks you out of your section and starts like essentially just doing your job.
Okay, I track where he goes. I'm trying to learn information, what the hell caps are, where they are.
Okay.
Yeah, just learning.
So you're actually getting some on-the-job training.
Yeah.
Perfect. Let's see. Either Sundara or Samugi, or both, can give me a perception check.
My perception it up? No, I won't. With the 7.
Okay. Samugi, perception check.
I have advantage on this. 17.
17. Okay. Samugi, you hear one of the workers just go, "Hey, so one of the engineers apparently got shot. Does anybody know how to work the boiler? Bosses are asking. Somebody's got to go down and try to fix the boiler."
Is he asking me?
He's not. You just overhear this, and the guy's just like, "Oh, no, I haven't been trained on that."
Hi. So movie turns around. Wait, they're pointing like downstairs, and that's
They're
where
like
we need.
way out of here. They're like 15 feet away right now, and he just goes, "Oh, okay, yeah." And then he just kind of like goes around. He's like looking around, looking for other people.
Samugi tells Sundara, "Do you think downstairs where the boiler is might be where Danny Boy is?"
Sounds reasonable, I think. She's like capping things. I think that's probably where thing. Yeah. How do we get downstairs?
As Sundara is doing that, you watch as another worker like comes by and just goes, "No. Why are these capped? How many of these went out?" And he just starts like going down the assembly line and just is like tracking things. And then you hear one of the bosses upstairs just go, "Hey, what's the problem down there?" And he just goes, "Nothing's wrong, boss. Just little mix up with the caps." And he just starts like walking down the line.
Start uncapping them.
Samugi just grabs Sundara
I
and
like to imagine that like Sundara sees that and she's like, "Yeah, what the hell? Who's been capping these? Come on, guys."
Crazy.
Samugi just takes Sundara kind of by the arm and starts walking towards a guy who's looking for someone to be on boiler, and he just kind of just starts like lecturing Sundara. Why did we even put you on caps today? We're going down to the boiler. We're going down to the boiler.
I spent.
What are you talking about, the boiler?
She was on caps today. God knows why. This place is such a wreck. She should really be on boiler, and I'm gonna go take her down there.
Oh, I can definitely do boiler.
You're
Yeah,
an
that's.
you're an engineer.
Yeah, that's. I was so confused why they put me
What are
on
you doing on the
caps.
floor?
I don't know. It was. I messed up. I don't know what the hell
On
happened.
cap, you tell them you're an engineer. You shouldn't be on caps.
I mean, I tried, and then it was just so much chaos out there. Somebody just shoved me into the caps, and I was.
We'll fix it.
I'll fix the boiler. Yes.
Not you. Only one person on the boiler.
Yeah, no. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I'm
right.
engineer and gonna go do
Is
engineer
it your
stuff.
first day?
It's like my third, but
Oh, you know where
I
the boiler is.
down in the basement area, down.
That's why I was gonna go take her down there because she says she knows, but you know this place is like a
I
maze.
just
So
don't want people.
Just
I'm
follow
gonna
me.
take her down there. We're gonna go to the boiler.
He just starts walking you towards where you need to go.
Let's go.
He is going to take you toward the northwest side of the building. He's going to like pull out a key, unlock it, and open this hatch. All of you see this, by the way. Okay, so he opens it up and he just goes, "All right, down you go."
Yep.
To say, is it a ring of keys or is it just the one?
It looked like a ring of keys.
Okay. I will work up here, I guess, but kind of keep an eye on where he is. He is the key master.
Okay. So Sundara, there's just like this greasy ladder that leads down into darkness.
And grease the ladder. Yep.
Okay. As Sundara goes down, he takes a hatch, closes it, and locks it.
Right.
Don't worry about me.
Okay.
Just keep capping. Keep on capping.
Okay. We're gonna go back to Varric. You are being pursued by 3 machines through the streets of Langston. At this point, this is going to start being constitution checks to see how long you can keep this up, because unless you have any ideas, you don't have a great way to not be tracked because you're just leaking blood. And also, these things are just as fast as you, and they can just do this for however long they can do this. So this is kind of like a just kind of like race of attrition, where it's like that scene from Rock and Rolla where he's running from the Russians, and they're just like slowly, just
Yeah.
like chugging behind, and you're just like starting to like. So give me a Constitution check.
22.
Okay.
While I'm running, I'm looking for open public buildings, like restaurant, bars, something with the crowd.
In Coleridge, there's essentially just factories.
Okay.
You know that if you head north, you'll get into the night market, where it might be a little bit more activity to get in. But bear in mind, it's also like 4 in the morning right now.
Okay.
So the factory district seems to be really probably the only one that's going to be awake.
Okay. Well, I gotta start making at least a roundabout way to the bar we're meeting at. So
Yeah, so you're traveling through like a lot of Coleridge going west. So you're like kind of running a marathon right now while you're being chased.
do it.
Okay. So you're able to keep it up for now, but this essentially just looks like there is no one on the streets right now.
Yeah.
You are just kind of like jogging at this point.
Are there
And-
like alleys, or is it just?
There are, but you kind of get the sense like because you don't know where you're going, you've got like an equal shot of just running to a dead end, and if you get cornered by these 3, you have no backup. Like,
Cool.
this is a very potential bad situation.
Okay.
So you're just like kind of like jogging, and they're just kind of jogging behind you, about 100 feet back. So, now we'll head over to Sundara. You go down into what looks like an underground like cave system. Because now this all turns into like natural stone and rock. It is just like dark and dank down here. You see this like glow of light in one direction, and as you head over there, you see this one half-orc female at a just manning a gate right now as she kind of sees you coming. She's also got like what looks like just a harpoon gun that she's holding.
I was told the boiler needs fixing.
She unlocks the door and opens it.
Thanks.
She closes it and locks it behind you.
I keep walking inwards.
Okay. As you walk in, you see like the biggest, like what looks like an insane, like steampunk, like ship revolving cannon that has been mounted on like this wooden platform directly aimed at you. As there looks like to be like this goblin with like these motorcycle glasses that's just like hanging out on top. That's just like spinning the chambers, like they're just like rolling up, like he's like ready to shoot them.
Here for the boiler?
He kind of like looks up and around, like he doesn't even see you.
I like try to stand on my toes. I'm here for the boiler.
He looks at you, and then he just like points in one direction. He points over to the west.
Is that like the only direction available right now to go?
There's two. It's a T intersection. There's the gun at the T intersection, and then there's west and east. He points to the west for the boiler.
All right. Head west.
Okay. As you do, you watch as you see a couple thugs that are just like sitting in the dirt. And you watch as one has like this metal syringe that's like stuck in his arm as he's got like a leather belt tied to it, and he's like actively like injecting what looks like tincture.
I can step around them. All right.
As you walk kind of further in, you also see what looks like another thug that is just massive. This actually, his shape is actually very reminiscent of like the rage monster that you saw in the Lost District, who also looks just like high out of his mind on tincture right now. You watch as he's just like sitting down, like just totally tripping balls. He's just sitting there like kind of shivering, and at one point he just kind of like starts like scratching at his face. And you watch as there's like two other guys around him that are just like giving him a really wide berth.
So one of the guys that are giving him a pretty wide berth, I just want to like kind of get closer towards him as I'm like trying to get around this dude and be like, is the boiler this direction or is it back that way?
What's that? That way.
That way? And he's telling me to go back towards the east?
The same direction that the goblin was pointing, towards the west.
Okay, yeah, I'll keep heading that direction.
Okay. As you head over there, sure enough, there is a boiler. There doesn't appear to be anyone in this section. It's just like a cave, and then it kind of tapers off and stops, and there's this boiler and a bunch of tubes and pipes that appear to like disappear in the walls of the cave.
Alright, I'm gonna cast invisibility now.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go the opposite direction.
Okay. You cast invisibility. You go towards the opposite direction. As you do, as you walk past the big guy, you watch as he just like looks up and he makes eye contact with you.
Okay, yep. And I'm just gonna like try and shimmy past him, like between him and the other guys. And if he like seems to be getting enraged, I want to make it seem like I'm trying to like put the other guys between myself and him.
100%. Yeah, he just like sees you, and it's not like he thinks anything of it, but he just like sees you, and his eyes are just wide, and he's still tripping balls, and just like okay. You go towards the east, and at this point, you do see there is someone just in a complete like black trench coat. He's got kind of like this almost like a black kind of ripped poncho that he's also wearing, and then he's got very clearly to see what looks like a. Unfortunately, you don't know a lot about swords, but this looks like a very fancy captain's sword that has been completely like painted black. So this individual looks definitely like they're a cut above your typical Langston thug, who you watch as he's commanding like 3 other thugs in this area, and he just goes, "Oh, the prisoner's ready. Once we get that boiler going, cook them up, get them processed." And you see the others just kind of like moving barrels around and just like dutifully working in this area as this individual is just kind of like walking around, just watching them. Past them, you see this large gate where there are just like 8 or so individuals that are like looking just pretty resigned, or they're wearing like rags, and you do see Danny Boy with them
Behind a
gate.
Okay. I'm going to. Can I get close to the gate? Like.
Yeah. You can
Okay.
get right up on it. You're having to like stop and like walk past this individual. Give me a stealth check with advantage.
That's a natural 20 or a 24. Wait, nope, a 28.
Okay. So Sandara is very clever. So as you approach this area, you notice that this part of the cave is caked in like this dust and sand. And as you see the captain kind of like patrolling the area, he's very obviously leaving footprints. So what you do as you're invisible is as you approach, you kind of stop, immediately notice this, and whenever the captain turns, you just kind of like scrape your feet along the dust so that you're actually not leaving any tracks, or at least none that would be super easy obvious or easily like able to be discerned. And anytime he turns towards you, you just stop moving and hold still. So it takes you a full like minute to make it over towards the gate itself. And at one point, you're standing about 3 feet away to the captain, like holding your breath, as he's just like standing right in front of you, just like looking through you, just sitting there. He kind of stops, pulls out like a cigar and like lights it, and, like chews on a little bit, and like begins to turn and face the other way, allowing you to pass and move through. So you can get right up to the gate, and you see some of the other individuals. They just look completely like resigned to whatever fate awaits them. Danny is a little bit like he looks very nervous, and he's like looking around.
Is he within 5 feet of me?
He's about 20 feet away.
Okay. I'm going to are there any like rocks on the floor?
Yeah.
I want to when no one's looking in my direction, pick one up and throw it at Danny.
Okay. Give me a dexterity check.
I was so close to being a 2. It's a 18 for a 22.
Okay. You can actually hit him on he's not wearing any shoes, but hit him on his foot with it as he just kind of like notices that, looks up, and then just kind of gets up and begins like creeping towards your direction.
Okay. I'm patiently waiting for him to come closer to the bars.
He's kind of like looking around, and then he kind of like he's now about like 8 feet away, just kind of like peeking forward. He doesn't see anything.
Danny.
He just like stands up straight. He turns his back to you, and then just like slowly starts like getting closer to you with his back turned to you.
Okay.
And then he like kind of crouches down, and then just looks like he's like messing with something on the ground, just like trying to act casual.
Just for dramatic effect, I stick both of my arms through the bars, wrap my arms around him, and then cast Dimension Door.
Okay.
Okay.
So you just kind of stop and be like, "What's happening? What's happening?" And then you dimension door. Where are you dimension dooring?
Let's see. So I need to go about 30 feet up, and then I think I just want to be really far away. So I'm gonna say like 400, 500 feet. Let me pull up the map really quick. I think I want to go to the north.
DM, I had a question.
Yep.
What are there any elements like phosphorus or clay here? Out of phosphorus, clay, and water, what would be the easiest element to find here?
I don't think Reyna knows how to identify phosphorus.
Okay.
Um, you also wouldn't have much like clay that's very obvious around. Funnily
Okay.
enough, you're feeling a little thirsty. You don't see water anywhere in sight either.
Ah, all right. So I was
You're in
gonna
a
say,
tincture factory right now. You've got plenty of that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking.
So resolving Sundara's thing, you're dimension dooring 30 feet up and 400 feet north.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a blind jump.
Mm-hmm.
Um, give me an Arcana check real quick.
Oh, 24. Natural
Okay.
20.
So, so you would know that if you blind jump and end up inside an object, the teleportation effect would fail. You would take damage, and your invisibility is done, and you would just be stuck here. Um, so, with that in mind, I'm going to ask again very carefully if you change your coordinates at all to have a better shot of not failing this teleportation.
So I guess as many feet away from the factory I can get, possibly on the road that I walked into. So there's that.
Okay,
Like,
so,
we like trafficked our way in, but like
okay.
400 feet, 500 feet away.
And then okay, and then you get the sense that the 30-foot up thing might be a bit of an issue. Because like that you might
I gotta hypotenuse it.
in the ground. Yeah. So because you're maybe about 30 feet down, so if it's exactly 30 feet, there's a decent chance that you just end up in the floor.
Oh, I see it. Well, I guess
But
go
if you go,
high.
if you go,
Higher is better than lower. She would
sure.
like
But
to
if you go,
overshoot it up.
okay, by how much?
Yeah, powerful.
20 feet, 50, do 50 feet up, 60 feet up for safety.
Okay,
I'd
so you're
rather fall to the ground and take
got it.
damage than to end in the
Okay,
ground.
got it. Okay, and you're going southwards towards that long road that you knew that you were on.
Yeah.
Okay. For the hell of it, give me a survival check to just like this is gonna be like your ability to guesstimate your whereabouts and like your spatial awareness.
I swear to God, a 19, which is a 20.
Okay. I feel like Sundara has lived long enough and has been around enough magical practitioners to know that like for example like when wizards are learning the dimension door spell, this is the exact scenario that they are taught before even learning the spell never to do. This is like, hey, never do this with this spell. Like you are not supposed to do this. It's stupid.
Bad idea.
Yeah. Um, okay. Now, final roll. Um, final Arcana check. Because of how well you've been doing so far, roll this with advantage.
First one's a 12. Second one's a 14.
Okay. based on you've lowered the DC so far, it just needed to not be terrible. With that, you blink out. You are 60 feet up and plummeting to the ground.
Oops. I will cast Featherfall on us both.
Very good. Okay. So you feather fall downwards. You see at this point there's a clockwork troll that is like making rounds in the rest of you in block C.
Oh shoot. Never. I'll wait.
The rest of you in block C would notice at this point that there is a clockwork troll that is making their way through. It just begins looking around.
I'd like to send a message to Cass. I have Danny Boy. I'm out of the factory. Extract yourself.
Shit.
Meet at rendezvous point.
Shit. That was good. I go and try to find Reyna and Samuki.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, sorry. I need to find a. If we can get out here quietly, we can, or I can make a very
Can you
big
guys?
distraction,
Sorry.
and we can run for it.
Okay.
I don't like not looking at Reyna, but talking under my breath. If we can do it quiet, then we can do it quiet, and that's better. I can. Samugi, you here? I'm pretty sure Samugi can just sprint out of here, and nobody could catch him.
Okay. At this point, you watch as the. I'm gonna roll a quick luck check. Where are we? We'll call this a 1, 2, 3. Okay. You watch as the clockwork sentinel. You watch as it steps in. Sorry, the clockwork troll. It walks into the building, and everyone, including the gunman on the top, just begin to back up and like away from the railing. And you watch as it looks around, and then its head snaps over towards one direction, and its face folds open, and there's just this bright light, like this bulb coming from it, and you see this boiling liquid, and it just lets out this like alien-like, almost like foghorn sound. And then beneath that, you just hear the machine is reading.
I whisper and Reyna's here. Okay, time to go. And I subtle spell a dimension door. Sorry, Jessica, you're not here. I think you can make it.
Okay. So, you're taking Reyna?
Yeah.
Okay.
Along the main avenue as well, just because I know that's the best chance of.
Okay. Yours is a lot easier. I'm not going to make you roll a bunch of crazy stuff because you're not having to like guesstimate from being underground and all this stuff. So that just happens. And then Jessica, if you're not here, I'm going to just roll for Samugi to see what happens. So speak now or forever hold your peace. Samugi is just going to have to run for it. Actual
Take the
save.
jacket.
Yeah, so he's gonna make your way out and run for it. And we'll say that the clockwork troll is gonna be hot on his heels. He's gonna have to like step of the wind and just like book it. We're now gonna go all the way back to Varric, because you're going in a completely different direction at this point. You are still being chased by 3 clockwork sentinels right now.
Okay.
Do you have any plan on how to lose them?
I gotta get to a place with more people.
Okay. At this point, you would have made it to the bridge to Charter Hall.
Okay.
It's still very early in the morning, and there's not really people out at this hour.
Are there, like, what kind of buildings are around?
This area seems like there are a few businesses. There's just like these cobblestone streets that go into like these circular like plazas. You see a couple businesses, like a pub here or there, um, and then I mean places where people are like trading, like Leviathan parts and stuff like that. Or that's what the business looks like, but you don't like. There's no one out.
And are the pubs closed?
Yes,
Oh.
the ones in this area are.
Um. Can I see a map?
Yeah.
So I'm at the. Which bridge am I at? The one to the west?
You're to the west of Coleridge, yeah.
This is more like a urban center and less like
Yeah.
factory.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna roll the dice and try to like cut through alleys and just keep moving,
Okay.
but not on an open main street. I want to be able to, if I can shake them, I'd like to shake them.
Okay.
Because if
Where
they're
you're doing.
100 feet behind me still, and I can get,
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was a straight shot, so you haven't had much chance to put much distance on them. Let's do this. This will be a multi-tiered skill check.
Okay.
Because you were here in Langston before, give me a history check to see if you have any ability to rely on past knowledge of this area after so long.
10.
Okay. So that misses the DC I had set for helping you with the next part. Give me a survival check to see if you can, in a kind of a split second, like pick out areas to get through.
15.
Okay. So that'll be the DC for their investigation check to find you.
Okay.
Okay. They've got a +7 to investigation,
Yeah, thank God.
and I rolled a 5.
Oh shit.
Oh my God.
So you are just sweating and bleeding in an alleyway.
Can
The
I
machine
now?
is searching.
I'm gonna take this brief second to use my lay on hands to try and close up whatever I can.
Yeah, bolster some hit points. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Um, yeah, with that, after enough time, you can wait it out, and after I'd say about 10 minutes, you do not hear any footfalls of the clockwork trolls. It looks like they have moved on. It's just at about this time that the air raid siren in the vulture's den goes off.
Turns off?
turns off.
I'm gonna stick to the shadows, but start making my way towards the
Mhm.
bar we're supposed to meet up at. And
Okay.
also, I will now drop my disguise. So now I look like a different person. I look now like Varric.
Okay. After enough time, we'll say from this point on, it probably takes you all like 30 minutes to like slowly make your way to the pub, unless you wish to move faster. Um, but you have all made your way out of the Vulture's Den with Danny. So we can cut to the pub. Varric, you're going to be the first one there. You can just grab kind of a corner booth table in the shadows. The
Yeah.
place is otherwise empty. The owner is just a kind of middle-aged looking dwarf that doesn't look like he asks questions.
I go to the bar before I sit down. You got any? What's the cheapest bottle of clear alcohol you got?
Mm. He reaches down and grabs the stuff, and like as soon as he uncorks it, there's just this thick smell of like volatile alcohol,
Cool.
and he just like pours that in a glass and then sets it down, reaches into his like jacket, pulls out a little flask, and very carefully does like one little drop into it.
What was that?
That's the cheapest way to strengthen it up.
Oh, I just want to clean some of these bullet holes, mate.
Ah,
I'm
he
trying to drink it.
pulls it out, very carefully does another drop.
You got a rag.
He
So then
you
usually
realize as you ask for a drink, he already set one down on the table.
What do you mean?
As you went up and asked for the alcohol, he already set a rag down on the table.
Is it semi-clean?
It's not visually soiled.
Cool. I'll take that and the drink back to one of
He
the.
goes, "Hey,
I asked how much.
no, what I'm saying is that'll be 1 gold, but if you throw in another 10, I can stitch you up myself."
Well, then let's do that. So I'll give him 11 gold.
Okay. He'll kind of like set you down right up at the bar stool. As the rest of you come in, you see Varric is there shirtless, kind of like leaning up against the bar, kind of like grimacing in pain as the barkeep is like stitching up just like bullet holes on like his arms and on his chest.
Oh,
There's like a little tray where he's been like pulling bullets out of.
we good here,
Whoa.
Varric?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
You don't look that good.
I mean, I'm even better. That's for sure.
Might be younger,
Look
okay,
who I
well,
got.
that should be.
No, fucking Danny boy.
Any boy
Is it
comes
worth
in. He looks
all the
around.
bullet holes?
Are you all still disguised?
Yes.
I'm not.
I told
Okay.
Danny Boy that it was me, but yeah.
Yeah. He walks in and he just goes, "All right, where is everybody? Are we huggers?
Yes.
Is this from Cass?" He
Oh.
said, "All right." He gives you a hug. He goes over to Cass. He goes, "Bring it in, buddy."
Oh, yep,
Bring it
there
in.
you go. Told you we'd get you back.
Yeah.
You probably definitely thought you were gonna die there for a moment. Is that?
100%.
Nope. Not us. We don't leave our crew behind.
Can't
Sorry.
promise.
Well, sorry that we initially left you behind, but
Yeah, you sort of did, but I get it. In the future, little heads up would be nice, because you guys just went off to the docks. I was still with Shitty Bill, and then a couple hours later, you know, I'm on the run.
Just so you
And-
know, that was 100% Alara's fault.
that's true.
Yeah, we can blame her. She's not
here.
She's not here.
And it also was her
Is she
fault.
dead?
No,
No.
she's
No.
back in New Callum.
Oh, okay. Nope, all good. All good. But you know the bitch of it all. You know who turned me in?
Shitty
Shitty
Bill.
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 Who
Oh.
told you that?
I guess.
I mean, when you first said that Shitty Bill was your contact, we tried to kind of like let you know that that's kind of our vibe with him, but sorry.
Yeah, he's really slimy. We've already messed with him.
Yeah. I'm glad that I've not been turned into Tincture. And yeah, thanks for getting me. Sorry if that messes with your other plans, because for sure breaking into the other Tincture joints are going to be damn near
Yeah.
impossible now after that.
Certainly. Do you want to go back to the ship right now? Is that like, do you want to get out of Langston? Because we're gonna stick around and try to do some stuff, but.
Well, I'll be honest. I've got a bit of a bone to pick with these bone hunter fuckers. So, um, you know, I don't get the sense I'm needed on the crew right now. So, look, as far as I'm concerned, as my captains, you've all been honorable. So I feel like I owe you one. So if you need someone on the ground here, I'm happy to stick around, and I do understand the risks, and I won't get caught like that again. And if I do, I would not hold you under any obligation of going through all that to get me out again. Unless it's a situation where you totally abandon me without giving me a heads up, and then I get caught. Then I might be a little pissed if you didn't. But if you need someone on the ground, I'm happy to stay, presuming I am still on payroll.
Yes, you're still on payroll. I look at the rest of the group.
Because Leland and me just figured out my direct deposit, so.
Are you at the bank?
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, my guy messages me. He messaged me while I was in jail.
Yeah. Bit intrusive,
I mean,
but
help would be appreciated. You don't, but again, risk of death. So it's like, oh, you know.
nah, you understand what you're coming here for.
Yeah.
We're happy to have you.
Great.
All right.
So, sounds like you ended up shacking up with the harbor ghosts, huh?
Shacking up indeed.
Oh, well.
We'll
is
probably
that where we're headed?
head back there after big guy gets patched up, and then. Oh, while he's getting patched up, can I get something to drink? I mean, I can.
Anybody like looks at the barkeep who's like got his hands full. He's like, "Do you mind?" And he just like nods, and he just goes back, and just like Danny just starts like pouring you a drink.
Yes.
I
I mean, we did it, guys.
The group are gonna
Like,
be
cheers?
5 gold if you guys.
Yeah, 5 gold.
Yeah.
I slapped down 5 gold. I feel like we have to cheers to this because that didn't go as expected, but it didn't go as bad as it could have.
No, that was that was good.
Yeah, that was quite successful. A lot less chaos than I figured would happen. I was at the point I was ready to let a fire elemental go roaming around in there and as our distraction. I'll
We
save that for another
probably
time.
didn't even mess up that guy's birthday, right?
Yeah,
Probably still got to enjoy that cake.
probably.
I think we did make a little bit of noise. They don't know who
Yeah.
it was. But,
Yeah. Non-detection and all probably helped with that.
It lasts all day. I honestly might just do this if we can get diamonds for a while.
I will say I still think that getting into the blood meat gulch works is going to be very hard.
Hey guys, I
No.
gotta go. I will see you later. I'm glad we
Okay,
survived that first stage 1.
Later.
Alright,
Alright,
I'll see you guys
Danny.
later.
Okay.
Maybe we should wait here until Trigger comes. Maybe slink our way back. Or hide
Oh
somewhere
yeah,
else, I guess.
we need that lantern.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you guys kind of finished a little early. Like, it's only been actually about like an hour and a half. But after about 15 minutes or so, you watch as Trigger kind of wanders in. Kind of looks over everybody, sees Varric still getting like stitched up. Just goes, sounds about right. Steps in. Just goes, and this must be the damsel in distress, eh?
Yep, in the flesh.
That would be him.
All right. Oh, we all ready to go? You still putting on some makeup over here?
Yeah. Give me just a minute.
With that, you watch as the barkeep just kind of finishes up, puts down his stuff, and just goes, "We'll keep these." Having like a tray of bullets.
Do I want to keep them?
Yeah,
No. I don't need them.
I've got a collection. And he pulls out like a box from under the bar, and like it kind of stinks a little bit. And he pulls it up, and there's just like this like bits of flesh and metal and stuff, and he just like dumps them in there and like closes it.
Go ahead and have it, you know?
Puts
Why
it
does
down.
Smell.
Says, I guess it could use a little drop in, like, begins to like pour a little bit of like alcohol in there to kind of clean it off. He just says, everybody's got a hobby.
Yeah, no, no
No,
judgment
it's
here.
fine.
It's very interesting,
We
actually.
appreciate your help.
Probably one of the best hobbies we've run into.
I made a little coin pulling fish hooks out of people's feet and serve drinks.
Wait a minute.
Honestly, keep it up. We'll tell our friends, stop by.
Around here stepping on fish hooks all the time. They come to me to pull them out.
Alright.
Don't leave
You
your
do
fish
it.
hook.
Doing a great job. We'll keep an eye out for fish hooks. Thanks.
Wear thick-soled shoes in Langston, lest you get poked.
And if
Seems
we
like a
do,
good idea
we'll
for many different reasons.
back here.
With that, Trigger's just kind of like looking at this strange barkeep, kind of curiously. It's not wrong. All right, let's go. And he just like he's gonna just like grab Danny Boy by the side of the arm and just kind of like get to pull him out, bring you guys to the boat, and bring you back.
Nice.
Yes.
Easy as pie.
Alright.
It's just gonna make everything else hard as mud. No, hard as rock.
Yeah. At least breaking into the other. Maybe we should wait a little bit before trying to hit the big one. And also, like, we gotta really hit it. We didn't even try to mess up their production.
Yeah, I thought the boiler's still not working.
Oh, okay.
Good point. What are you talking about? Broiler?
So with that, you are walked over to shoreline to the northeast, and sure enough, Trigger can take you all back to the Lost District, back to the Mawson Tower. I'd say the aftermath of this, your group, although you didn't get personally identified, your missing crewmate got rescued, and the site that was holding him got hit. So the aftermath is that there's definitely going to be a heightened level of security around any of Elhorn's assets, and particularly word on the street is that all of his tincture factories are just going to be working overtime.
Oh, boo.
So, as you all reconvene, lick your wounds, and begin to plan out the next phases of your stay here in Langston, I think that's a good place to end this session, and we'll pick up next time.
That was crazy.